Hi guys, it's Andrew here from Eastonmade Wood Splitters today, and welcome back to the Eastonmade channel. I am out here in the wood yard today and I am going to get some boiler wood together for Howard. My buddy Howard has an outdoor boiler and he is the man that actually puts together your conveyors and disc screeners. So you have bought a conveyor or disc screener in the last year and a half, 2 years, it's probably been Howard Kinch that's put it together. Howard is an awesome guy to get along with. I really enjoy seeing him every day. It's fantastic to have him around because he's got an awful pile of experience and he's just so easy to get along with. So anyways guys, I have a bunch of this stuff here. Like I said, Howard's got a boiler. So we have a pile of like these offcuts and stuff that's a little long, and we have a pile over there, and we have a couple of chunks in through here. Typical of just about any wood yard. Most wood yards, you're gonna have big ugly stuff that's offcut, stuff that's boiler wood. And there's an easy way and a hard way to do this. I am going to show you the easiest possible way. The least amount of manual labor is what we are doing today. And what I have is we have an Eastonmade SS524. Coincidentally enough, it's not actually a 24-inch stroke in here. That is a 42-inch stroke. This is one that we built for a guy quite a while ago and kind of sat around the shop. The guy never ended up wanting to take it, and then a buddy of mine took it and used it for a while, and then he wanted to trade it in on some other stuff, so we did that, and then it's been back at the shop here for quite a while. So if you're looking for a skid steer splitter, we have this one here ready to go. It's just a 42-inch stroke. The only hindrance you're going to have with having a longer stroke on this attachment is the fact that it is heavy. You're not going to be putting this on a wee skid steer. You're gonna need something that's got a good 3,000 or 3,500 pound operating capacity to run this and pick up big logs, because like I said, it's heavy. And that's the same as most of our skid steer splitters. Most of our skid steer splitters are built heavy. Obviously when it's a 24-inch stroke, it's quite a bit lighter. But that being said guys, this is mechanized. This here, you can't turn the block whichever way you want. You can't read the wood. You pretty well, where you're gonna pick the wood up is where you're gonna split it. So these things have to be incredibly heavy. And as you can see, it's built just like an Eastonmade. It's the same beam that we normally run. The cool thing about this actually is when you buy the 524, you get the 4-way wedge with these really wide wings on it. So the nice thing about that is that if you have a big piece of wood, you can actually split all the way through it. Where if you have a wing that's say half that size and you're into a big piece of wood, it's gonna get hung up on you. Where this is really good for splitting that bigger stuff down and getting it cut all the way through. Because that's the key to this, guys. Again, you can't be hopping in and out of the skid steer to move stuff around. More often than not, you're gonna be able to bust that piece off or push another one in behind it, but that's why we do it as such. And the wedge floats too, so if you have a smaller piece of wood, it's a little bit easier to center the wedge up on there rather than a fixed wedge. And as always guys, with one of these attachments, it doesn't matter whether you buy one of mine or whether you buy one from one of my competitors. This is going to make your life a lot easier around your wood yard. And there's lots of different configurations of this. There is some that are on cones. I've heard guys have good luck with them, even doing like full trees or 8-foot stuff with it to put on a processor. And again guys, it doesn't really matter which brand you buy. One of these things is going to be a really good addition to your wood yard. I'm going to help you keep stuff tidied up and cleaned up. Anyways guys, I'll quit rambling on. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you drop a comment down below on this, and let me know what kind of skid steer you're running. If you're running one around the yard, I really like this JCB. It's been awesome for us. I've had it for about, geez, I gotta be going on 4 years with it now actually. It's 2019. It works amazing. It works really good guys. It's got the telescopic boom on it, so you can reach fairly far with it. It's kind of nice if you get out far, you can see the edge of your bucket, depending on what you're doing on some things. If you're loading a high trailer, it's nice for that. And then having the side door on it is kind of like icing on the cake. It's easy to get in and out of if you're in and out of the skid steer a lot in a day. and it's just a really nice outfit. So let me know what kind of skid steer you're running or what equipment you have around the yard, and you will be entered into the swag draw for this video. Anyways guys, like I said, I'll quit rambling on and I will get this split. I'll get Howard's trailer filled up here and we'll see how it goes, guys. Now guys, you may need to bear with me just a wee bit while I do this, because I gotta tell you, I haven't run the skid steer for quite some time. I'm not a particularly great operator to begin with, so if this looks painful, it's probably going to be less painful with a good operator. That being said guys, you're not going to be buying this for production. You're going to be buying this for cleaning up, sort of like what I'm doing here. And you can see it's even handy having this thing just for cleaning up rounds and blocks of wood. Try her like that. I'll try and split that one in half first. That one cracked open, and I'm going to try and put that half right into Howard's trailer here. And again guys, there's lots of different ways of doing this, and I don't think it matters which one you go with. It works really nice. You can see you can get into that piece of wood pretty good there. Oh, that one's dry. See that? Wood popped pretty easy that time. More often than not though, you can do this and put the pieces right in the trailer. See if we can grab this one up for you. Into it there? No, not yet. There we go. And again, we're not too terribly concerned about the size of the pieces here, because like I said, Howard's got a boiler, so we can manage to have big pieces. More often than not, when you have a boiler, it's nice having pieces that are a little bit bigger, because then you're not throwing as much wood in them, or you're not throwing as many times anyways. There, we got hold of that one good. And it's kind of a half leisurely job out here doing this too. Myself, I'm sitting in here in the air-conditioned cab on a hot day and just making some firewood, cleaning up some of the yard. Are you going to make great time doing this? No, not really. But it's a whole hell of a lot easier, especially when you're managing great big rounds like this, to do it this way. Pick that guy up there. That's terrible. You had to run a piece of equipment for a little bit, and it takes you a wee while to get back onto it. There. So even when the piece of wood is like that, we should still be able to crack that in half pretty easily, I think. There we go. again, having one of these attachments works really good even just for moving wood, guys. Like it's one of those tools that if you want to even like pick up a log or something with it, you can do that and move it around and manipulate it. So it's kind of an all-in-one sort of deal. And again, I would imagine that all of the rest of them are all pretty similar in the way that they function. There's a handful of design things that we do that I think makes ours a little bit better. But again, it's all going to be preference, guys. You want to buy the right piece of equipment that's going to match your needs. Oh, we're heading on to this again now. Look at us go. And this particular attachment, this skid steer splitter that we have here is for sale, guys. Like I said, it's been around the shop. I don't know a price right off the top of my head, but I will ponder that while I do this, and I will let Jerry with a G know what we're going to sell this thing for. Well guys, as you can see, a skid steer splitter works awesome for moving those big rounds and busting them up. Whether you're going to split them right into a trailer, into your boiler, or just bring them over to your splitter and break them down into a more manageable size piece. So anyways guys, that's what I have for you today. If you liked the video, give her a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. You will be entered into the swag draw if you leave a comment. So if you do so, we will be drawing that sometime next week and we will get a hold of you. In the meantime guys, I hope everybody has a great day and take care.